Good day everybody, this is McMeddon, and today we are taking a quick look on Kenmaya. This map is quite big, but it's also quite cold. Kenmaya is an ice glacier dominated winter snow terrain. You might see it, yeah, you will definitely see the mountain in the next few seconds more, but yeah, we have here a wonderful winter terrain with huge snow areas and a lot of little cliffs, but many more snow forests that we can explore. And I wanted to show you around and fly with you around the map. This map is actually 2K by 2K. It's in my terms considered a small map. This is quite, but it's quite huge, to be honest. Yeah. And today I wanted to show you this one here. So this map is more or less a prototype map. It was evolved to see how we can maybe introduce snow blocks and these ice glacier forms into the world. Let me get the sun right. So this map was something to explore, to figure out how stuff can be done. And my current philosophy for videos is that every map that I do will be published and will be shown and on video, or I hope at least most of them. And yeah, this is one of them. This is one of the maps that I hope you like. It's quite a custom one. It's quite different from normal terrain. So it uses ice blocks and these packed ice blocks as base material for the mountains, or more or less for the glaciers. And in some parts it worked out really wonderful, like in this area here. So there's a lot of stuff to find and also so much detail in them. But in other areas it's quite hard to pinpoint it out. There's just too much going on, and at some points there is too much going on, and at some parts it's not enough. But I like it. That's totally fine. This map is it's quite resource intensive, I can say that, and it's actually huge. So this mountain in the center of the map is so huge. It's so enormous. And to get all the way to the top, holy moly. But this area is one of the focus areas that I had. And look at this big wall. It's so much terrain. So much. Okay, let's wander a bit around and talk about a few projects in here. So, unfortunately, on this map there is not so much to show. We have one more part or two more parts that we can show. Despite the fact that this map is really good with the forests, it was one of the first to actually get these forest maps basically that I created. They are evolved from the map and kind of only packed into certain areas where they're supposed to be, so that they are more clamped and packed into areas so that they look more realistic from the outside. So we have very seldom these small ones that are kind of standing alone, and for the most part we have those that basically are cramped together like they're supposed to be. And yeah, so if you go further downwards the hill, we will come eventually to the snowy plains. So we have here a huge area that is only covered in snow. And these are quite huge. These were, if you would say, these are snow dunes. And this was a test for me to figure out if this would work. There are still, to break up the things a bit, still a few rocks in between. But for the most part, at the outside of the map, you will find a lot of this smooth, wonderful snow, and sometimes some ice rivers. Yeah, these also exist. But yeah, this map contains quite a few interesting points, and I like them. I really like them. They're really cool. Okay, we have a lot of terrain here. This one is actually huge. It's holy. You might see the slopes. They are so cool. I love them. Look how smooth this is. This one line here. So good. It's so good. It's so wonderful. One more thing that I might would like to share. So these maps are okay. Different thing. So I currently proceeding to follow the philosophy to share and publish with videos every single map that I make. And yeah, so every map that I make, oh, a bunny, that I do basically is it's just for me to figure out stuff and also to force myself to do a lot of YouTube work. You might have noticed we are currently basically with 3 videos a week currently in. And with all the maps that I'm currently releasing, I can fill the month with ease, and I'm quite happy about it. So for the month of November, I have prepared so much footage for you. So I'm so happy to and hyped about it to release everything, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Even ones, or for example, these ones are more experimental. They have some flaws. You might notice, for example, stuff that I would like to change in the future is this grass. I would remove it from the areas where are frosty flows, so that this gets way smoother. The grass kind of helps to give a way more realistic feeling that not everything is just basically smooth and flattened out. But for the gameplay experience, I would say it's a B-. Another thing that I would like to change for the future is more precise flow maps. The current ones that I use and have developed, they have still a lot of errors in it, or more how should I describe it? They tend to have more variation in it, which is sometimes a good idea to mix everything in between. But sometimes, like for these ice flows, it's completely necessary to have everything as clean as possible. So I will work on those to improve them for the future, so that we get the maps and texturing more precise and more awesome for you. The last point that I would like to talk about today is currently I'm working on a little team. So we have the static team, and it's quite ongoing. It's slowly developing from day to day. And yeah, this is quite a big project. The intended purpose for this little team, for now, is just basically to have on the weekends a few people that love being creative, just giving them a platform to experience themselves and basically work on those maps that I created, and then maybe also publishing and releasing them, so that in video form, I mean, so that you can also have your bits of fun with them. Also, this team is you might have seen that I currently limit this team to only the weekends to build on these maps, and every single weekend we will change the map. This has 2 purposes. First purpose, I want to limit the building to not burn out the builders and creative people. So this can happen quite easily if you let them do what they like. So because it's exactly what happens to me when you let me play on a server for a complete week. I will completely shut down everything and do for the rest of the week only this one part. And then at the end of the weeks or 2 weeks, it's somehow that I kind of feel burned out, and I need to pause. And then, yeah, if I take a break, I get into different things interested, and yeah. So I don't want to happen this to people on the server, that they kind of burn out, and want to try to limit them a bit with the weekends, so that they don't have to worry about building over the week. And the second part, I have to think about what my second part was. Oh yeah, the maps every week. So there is actually one thing that I'm currently thinking about every time when I got into a building team, and that was that you would get thrown into current ongoing projects. Every time you would join a new team, you would get thrown into a new project or into existing projects, where you would have to establish yourself on more and more. And this is from time to time. It's okay, it's refreshing, but it's quite intensive to work around this. I want to focus on the refreshing part, so that you can basically follow your creativity flow, and let, just for that short period of time, be everything just free, and build what you would like to do. And then at the end, yeah, we will see what we will do with the map. I would say I would wrap this up, this episode. We have walked and flown around this map quite a bit. I have talked a lot about it, and I hope you liked it. This was more a talkative episode, so yeah, I hope you liked it. Everything else will be down below in the description. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like there, so to support me in the channel, so that we can showcase this to more people and let more people enjoy these maps. And yeah, I wish everybody a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, or week, whatever. And yeah, have a good one.